Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're cracking open a topic that, let's be honest, affects every single one of us every single day. We're looking at a fascinating and, frankly, totally eye-opening field guide to getting hooked. We're going to uncover the hidden, highly engineered mechanics behind our daily screen time. Because here's the hard truth. You didn't just get addicted to your phone by accident. No way. We're going to see exactly how these systems are built, and more importantly, how you can hack them right back.
Okay, let's dive right into this. You've probably heard this quote a million times. If you're not paying for the product, you are the product. I mean, it's a massive cliche at this point, right? But the reality of our current digital landscape is actually way more specific and deeply calculated than that simple phrase even suggests. Stick with me here as we read the fine print of the internet, because it gets pretty wild.
So what are they actually selling? Just think about it for a second. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, none of them charge you a dime to log in. So how on earth are they making billions of dollars? Well, the answer is your attention. It's packaged up, meticulously measured in minutes and seconds, and then sold straight to advertisers. Literally every single design choice in these apps is built around that one core fact. The goal was never to help you finish what you came to do. The goal is that you never, ever quite feel done.
Now here's the really uncomfortable part. The exact psychological mechanism that makes a Reels feed so incredibly addictive? Yeah, it's the exact same one that powers a casino slot machine. It's all about an unpredictable reward, delivered on a totally unpredictable schedule. And when that reward is random, your brain literally cannot help but check for just one more.
These engineers have basically built a robotic arsenal aimed directly at your attention. You've got variable rewards, like that slot machine, meaning you never know if the next post is going to be boring or amazing, so you keep swiping. Then there's the infinite scroll, which totally deletes your natural stopping cue. There's no last page where your brain can pause and ask, wait, should I stop? And that outrage factor? That just proves the algorithm isn't optimizing for your happiness. It optimizes for what makes you stay, which is unfortunately often anger or anxiety. And finally, streaks and number go up mechanics. Those are designed to get you checking obsessively. I want to be super clear here. You aren't weak-willed. You are just profoundly outnumbered.
Moving on to part 1, the quiet daily damage. Let's look at what this is actually doing to you.
We aren't talking about some abstract impact 10 years down the road. We're talking about the immediate compounding damage happening to you right now, this semester, this very week. First up, your attention span is shrinking on purpose. Every single time you swipe away from a mildly boring video in under 2 seconds, you're actively training your brain that boredom is completely intolerable. Then, when you sit down to read a normal textbook chapter, it actually feels physically uncomfortable. The material didn't get harder. Your patience was just systematically engineered to be shorter.
And beyond your attention, there's a massive social toll. You're constantly comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. Seriously, nobody is posting their 4 a.m. panic attack before an exam or their job rejection email. You're scrolling through a highly curated, heavily filtered, best take of 50 version of other people's lives, and you're measuring your actual, unedited life against it. It's an incredibly unfair fight, and your self-esteem is quietly taking the beating.
Which leads directly into the ultimate trap, outsourced self-worth. It's an absolute danger to store your confidence on a server that you don't even own. When your entire mood depends on unpredictable numbers, likes, and streaks, you've effectively outsourced your self-worth to an algorithm that you neither control nor predict. And man, that is a genuinely dangerous place to store your confidence.
And it doesn't just stop when the sun goes down either. Your sleep is being stolen in plain sight. Saying just one more video at midnight is rarely ever just one video, right? That late-night screen light and all that emotionally charged content keeps your brain on high alert. It chemically and directly delays your sleep. And bad sleep ruins your focus the next day, which makes you miserable, which sends you right back to the phone to cope. That isn't just a bad week. That is a miserable engineered loop.
All right, part 2, the frictionless AI trap, a completely new kind of companion.
Because social media is really only half the story nowadays. Enter ChatGPT and AI companions. Now, these aren't built on the exact same ad revenue models, but they pose this strange, brand new risk precisely because they're always instantly responding and totally free of judgment. Think about it. A social feed reacts to crowds, but an AI reacts to you, personally, every single time. That makes it incredibly useful for, say, homework or debugging code, for sure. But it also makes it dangerously easy to prefer an AI over a real human being who might be busy or distracted or just disagree with you. Real relationships require healthy friction, waiting, putting in effort, navigating disagreements. AI removes all that friction, making it the terrifyingly easy default. So it's time for a serious gut check question. I want you to honestly self-reflect on this for a second. Are you using this tool, or are you substituting it for something in your life you're actually avoiding? If you're opening an AI chat to feel less lonely more often than you're texting a real person, well, that's a massive red flag to notice before it becomes your permanent default mode.
Let's move to part 3 and see how this builds, the habit loop, mapped out.
Real addiction involves compulsive use despite negative consequences. Heavy app use actually mimics substance addiction by running you through 4 specific, calculated stages. Stage 1 is the trigger. This is where it all kicks off. It's everyday boredom, a moment of stress at work or school, or maybe just a simple buzz in your pocket. The trigger sets the bait for your brain.
Next is stage 2, the behavior. This is that seemingly harmless, almost automated physical action of opening the app. You always tell yourself the exact same lie, right? It's just for a second, I'm just checking. We've all been there.
Then comes stage 3, the reward. And remember that slot machine analogy? The key here is unpredictability. The reward could be a massive hit of social validation, a hilarious novel video, or absolutely nothing at all.
Which brings us to stage 4, reinforcement. I really have to reiterate this point. The unpredictability itself is the ultimate hook. You keep checking precisely because the reward is never guaranteed. It's a loop that works exactly as designed, spinning endlessly in your pocket without a villain twirling a mustache anywhere in sight.
So, the crucial point is part 4, taking the wheel back, the friction playbook.
Listen, you simply cannot beat a team of thousands of world-class engineers using just your willpower. Willpower loses. To win, you have to fight their slick, seamless system by building a maze of friction. First, put up a brick wall. Delete the app from your home screen and keep the account, but use them only through your phone's browser. You lose absolutely nothing, but you force 15 seconds of annoying friction between I'm bored and I'm scrolling. Next, add a padlock to that maze by logging out every single time. Retyping a password absolutely kills that automatic zombie reflex. And finally, switch your phone screen to grayscale in your accessibility settings. Color does way more work than you think. A gray feed is a profoundly boring feed, and it completely breaks the visual spell. Next, take a pair of scissors to your digital life and just cut the bait. Turn off every push notification that isn't a direct message from a real human being. Disable YouTube autoplay immediately. Stop letting the algorithm invisibly queue up the next hour of your life without asking you. Set a hard Do Not Disturb window at night, and, when it comes to limiting yourself, don't rely on those easily dismissible pop-up reminders. Dive into your phone settings and use actual hard screen time limiters that genuinely lock you out of the apps when your time is up. Make it hurt on yourself.
But here is a critical reminder for this step. Have a replacement ready, not just a restriction. Deleting the app doesn't magically delete the boredom or anxiety that sent you there in the first place, right? You need one specific pre-planned go-to activity. Maybe it's a specific playlist, a short walk around the block, or calling one particular friend. If you just try to white-knuckle through the cravings with absolutely nothing else to do, the habit loop will win, for sure.
We also need to put up specific barricades and guardrails for AI. Rule number 1, use it for tasks with a clear finish line. Draft a document, explain a concept, and then close the tab. Do not use late-night, open-ended AI chatting as a wind-down ritual. That infinitely patient, always-on quality makes it incredibly easy to lose hours at 1 a.m. And again, actively flag it to yourself if you start preferring the ease of an AI over the messy reality of your actual friends. Easier is definitely not the same as better for you.
Now, I want to address this next point with complete empathy. If this cycle feels entirely out of your control despite really trying to build these friction points, like if it's genuinely wrecking your sleep, your grades, or your real-world relationships, that means it's gone way past a simple habit, and there is absolutely no shame in that. It just means it's time to talk to a trusted professional, a counselor, or a doctor. You do not have to white-knuckle that level of struggle alone.
Ultimately, this explainer is not about living in a cave. The goal isn't zero screen time. The really powerful takeaway here is that the goal is that you decide when to open the app, not the app deciding for you. It's about turning these platforms back into tools that you use, rather than a habit that uses you. So, as we wrap up our time together today, I want to leave you with this provocative question to chew on. When you reach for your phone later tonight, who is really making the choice to unlock that screen? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.